Yo guys, Impulse191 here with another OU mono battle. Today it's going to be against a guy called Jacob from Pokemon, and it's going to be Fairy versus Flying. I'm pretty worried about this one because obviously Flying type is really versatile, so I'm going to have to keep my guard up. Going over the team builder, we can see that I have a Trick Room Fairy team. So I'm going to be leading off with Whisper the Diancie, with Stealth Rocks, Trick Room, Diamond Storm and Explosion. Next up we have Pixel the Sylveon, Choice Specs, Hyper Voice, Hidden Power Fire, Psyshock and Shadow Ball. Peekaboo the Azumarill, Life Orb. He's got what's that move called? Play Rough, Waterfall, Superpower and Aqua Jet. Gardevoir the Gardevoir at Mega. It's got Hyper Voice, Focus Blast, I can't even pronounce these names, I can see them on the screen, what's going on. Trick Room and Healing Wish, which is a pretty random set, but yeah, it seems to be working pretty good. Jingling the Klefki with Light Clay, Dual Screener with Spikes and Foul Play, pretty standard. And at the bottom of the screen that you cannot see is Tamusa the Togekiss with its Choice Scarf, Air Slash, Fire Blast, Dazzling Gleam and Trick. So, gonna break those walls down and get some beats going. Pretty good for the team outside of Trick Room. So, he's been waiting for a while. We're going to get straight into this, and hopefully we're going to do pretty well. Hopefully he hasn't brought something really dangerous. I'm expecting a couple of dragons, but not too many considering I'm fairy. But he doesn't actually know that, so we'll see what goes on. Anyway, I am going to see what he has got. He says, you two to the good luck. He does in fact bring Dragonite. What am I scared of? Feeling that Ninja lead. That's what I'm feeling. Unfortunately, that's not going to work for him too well since we have the Trick Room. He's got common weaknesses are Diancie, which is pretty bad for him. He can get rid of Diancie through various means. I'm going to lead up straight away with Diancie, and he's going to lead with Charizard X, which makes me kind of think that it's not Charizard X, but we will see. I desperately need to set up the Stealth Rocks, but yeah, he goes into Charizard Y, which was kind of expected, but I've got a bulky set, so I know I can live this thing. Now I've got a choice to make. I can either go for the ×4 damage, or I can go for the Stealth Rocks. The only way I can get Stealth Rocks upon this team, and he does have a Ninjask, which is weak to it. I think I'm going to go for the Diamond Storm. Although he might switch into Gliscor. Or, he's looking like he wants to switch. And I really need to get those rocks up to break multiscale. I go for the rocks. He's going to go out into Scarm. It's his defogger obviously. But that's fine. Trick Room's up for another 3 turns. We could get some neutral damage on this. I think he's going to set up his defog at this turn. I wonder if he's carrying the Iron Head or not. We don't know that, but I don't want to let this guy just drop out of nothing. I know that I'll be able to set up a little bit later, so I'm thinking about going into Azumarill. I'm not sure. I'm hoping 2 waterfalls can take it out. Obviously, I'm not going to do any damage calcs or anything like that. I'm just going to go hope for the best and see. So I'm going to go into it. He does have Iron Head, but we are fat, so that's fine. Sunny Day's up, so that's just ruined my plan, because I wasn't really thinking very clearly. But obviously, he might just go for something else. I'm going to go for Superpower. Does a nice amount of damage. Hopefully he's going to go for the Whirlwind. That's not the case, which means Azumarill's pretty much going to go down for no reason unless we pull it back here, which I'm going to do. I'm going to go into a neutral hit into Jingling, and I'm going to set up some screens, I think. I'm going to set up a Reflect, because at worst comes to worst, he puts out a defog, which he doesn't do. So that's fine. It's basically forcing him to use the defog. We know he's got the Roost. We know he's got the Defog. Nope, I don't want to put spikes up. I've messed up because I wasn't thinking very clearly. He's flying type. Complete mess up there. What can I do? I mean, I can get the light screen up, I guess. Charizard comes in, takes straight up damage, and unfortunately it doesn't seem that he's got Roost, which is quite random. Didn't use it to get rid of my screens or anything. At this point, I'm happy for him to go down. He's done his job, and we can go straight into someone else. Gardevoir does hit for neutral on Charizard. I think 50% is some good damage, but Choice Specs Hyper Voice is going to do a lot more. Behind two screens is the path that I'm going to take, so I don't think I'm going to think twice about it. I'm just going to go for it, get some damage off on whatever wants to come in. I mean, even the Scarm's going to take a lot. Pixelate, and he's slower than me. We don't have Trick Room up because I forgot to set it up, and it's all going down in this episode. Wow. Flamethrower, that means we have to sack off. Can we get a sweep going? I have to sack off this, go into Gardevoir, because I want to keep this alive, because I know that it can do some real good damage on his team. He doesn't have a priority move on his team unless Staraptor's got quick attack. Alright. Charizard in the sun is going to do a lot. Pretty much, I could have cost myself the game right here in this move. Let's find out if I do. I've got the dual screens. I actually survive it, which means that I don't have to sack it off. I can just go for the water move, which I'm going to do. I'll take some damage from Life Orb, which kills me, and now I'm able to go into Gardevoir to set up. Ooh, what do I think he's going to bring in though? I'm going to go into the Gardevoir. He brings in Ninjask. It's going to take half health, which is fine. I'm going to also take Speed Boost, but I don't want that, so I'm going to straight up Mega Evolve, go for the Trick Room, and then I could heal and Wish up Pixel. But that's not what I'm going to do. He goes for a Protect, that's fine. We've got the Trick Room up now, and that is it. I think that's going to be some nice sweeping power from Gardevoir. Going to be able to get that Focus Blast up. There's going to be nothing, not Focus Blast, Hyper Voice, nothing that he can do about that. Next guy's going to come in, take some Stealth Rock damage. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Skarmory? If it is, I'm not sure how much HP it was on. Can we see? 46%. I'm not sure if it can live a hit or not. I don't feel like it can. 34% after. I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. We hit, we take it down. That's another guy. Light Screen wears off, but we still have 3 turns of Trick Room up. Gliscor's not exactly the special defense monster that he hopes to be. I'm just going to hit it with a full power hit. He might in fact be slower than us. But that's not the case. We're going to bring him all the way down to 4. But Poison Jab doesn't do too much because obviously Gliscor is not a big threat damage wise. More bulk than anything else. We're going to be able to get that second hit off, take that down. And the Twisted Dimensions return to normal. So now Gardevoir is going to be able to be outspeed by anything. But we do break the multi-scale. I think it's going to be really important to get Trick Room up. We take the Iron Tail, we die. He came well prepared considering everything. We can outspeed Dragonite and get Dazzling Gleam off, but then we're stuck into it. This thing's going to be a problem. I think he's won. I think he wins us. There's no way I'm outspeeding him. Dazzling Gleam. Iron Tail will destroy. Brave Bird will be not very effective and I can explode in his face. That is the plan. Alright, so we're going to go in. Dazzling Gleam will do some nice damage. Takes it out easily. And then, now there's the thing. I think the play is to fodder Pixel, bring this guy in and try and get an explosion off, or get some recoil damage from he's not actually got Choice Scarf, which means I think we've won. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice. I'm not going to mess around at all. He goes for the Brave Bird, takes a minuscule amount of recoil, but he's got Life Orb. And now I know that I cannot protect, but I can Diamond Storm. So I'm going to have to Diamond Storm. He might protect. I can't use Explosion in case he actually goes for the protect. So he does go for the protect. This turn he's going to gain some life back. Do I think I can do enough damage, or do I think I want an explosion? I think I'll just go for the damage. He goes for the close combat. Doesn't quite take me out, but it lowers his defense, and I'm probably going to get the KO with that. And I do. So good game, Jacob. That was really close. Thought I was going to lose that one for a second, but that wasn't the case. If you have enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later guys.